Hey, I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the underside of these boards. So as you can see, the construction is solid walnut throughout, or poplar. We offer walnut and poplar. Possibly if you wanted to do like a custom wood species, if you had a choice of wood species that you're really adamant about, we can probably work with you and use a different kind of wood species throughout. But anyways, you can see here the whole construction is solid walnut, and just wanted to show you guys underneath our medium and large size boards are all going to include these solderless through 1/4 inch jacks. So on the underside, you'll need your own patch cables to plug into these at the appropriate lengths, and you can route them however you want, of course. A lot of the time, the row of pedals is going to start either on the bottom right or the top right of the board, because most pedals, the input is on the right side, output's on the left side, so you're always going to be running this way with your signal chain, and you can decide whether you want to start on the top and then connect with the patch cable from here to here and then run along the bottom, or you can do it vice versa like I have on this board right here. So here's my very first pedal, we run it along, and then I would connect this output through this slot in the board, and I would go kind of catty corner diagonal to this next pedal here to connect to the second run of pedals. So at each edge of the board there's slots, so you can route that however you want. So by default, the large and medium boards are going to come with these solderless jacks on the edge here, on the right side of the board. You can opt in on the FX loop, which is what we call the other two on this side. So if you opt in on the effects loop, we'll add in 2 more jacks just like this. It'll be like a symmetrical mirroring of this here, and you can route those however you want. If so, you could go from your guitar through a few pedals here, then you could go out to your amp, and then you come out of your amp's effects loop, come in through here and go through another line of pedals. Basically, in other words, you can decide where you want your amps, preamp overdrive to be. So if you want to hit your overdrive on your amp first and then hit your effects on your board, you can do it that way. There's a lot of information out there on how to when considering how you're going to route all that stuff. But anyways, by default, you're going to get these 2 at least. You can opt in on the other ones if you want. And then also we have the power underneath. You have your choice between either AC power like this, or you can do IEC power, which basically this is IEC here, but what we mean when we say underside power on the board is we mean basically the male version of this here. And this is a little redundant because, of course, you could just grab an IEC cable and plug it from the wall to your pedal power. But, the idea of having the nice custom inlets here is just to make everything really clean and simple. It's there, it's rigid. You just plug into it, and all the cables are coming from one side. So everything is on the one side, of course, unless you get the effects loop on the other side. But it's always going to be IEC here, but you have the option to choose whether it's IEC on the inside or AC. So that's a little rundown. This is the medium board right here in the walnut color. So yeah, I covered some of it. There's of course a lot of detail and things to go over when you're setting up your board. So just let us know if you have any other questions, and we can help you get something that works out for you. Thanks a lot.